I know you didn't want to help, but you've taken down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
Nothing I intend to share with the press. These are for an official investigation.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Commander. I'd hoped you'd see the benefit of working with the press. I won't trouble you any further.
A lot of traffic here. How fast do you think those cars are going?
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Oh, Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
Just tell me what's going on.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they're blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him? But won't they expose my past?
They won't bother you again. I guarantee it.
I see. Maybe it's better if I don't know anymore. I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan, down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
Don't worry. I'll take care of this.
Good luck, Commander. Be careful down there.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies.
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Things have changed, Morlan.
But the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Morlan. I told Baines you'd screw this up.
What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone, or you'll have to deal with me.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
Her secret stays buried, or I bury you.
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
I wonder if the captain knows him.
I don't have time to look into it.
That's fine. I'm just so relieved this is over. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Right, let's see if I can finally sort this yet with Renegade or not. The preaching Hannah with the Enkindlers.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
The CSEC officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the CSEC officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
No, not yet.
I'll be back.
This one will continue to spread its message.
Please do not disturb the keeper.
Right, might as well go become the first human Spectre now. Why not?
I'm gonna enjoy the look on the council's face when they see evidence they can't just ignore.
If the evidence is worth trying to kill me for, I hope it is sufficient to motivate the council.
No, I'm waiting. Commander.
Commander. Commander.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarian's evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
She must be working with the Geth, too.
Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Scythian fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull—
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
It was a Turian Spectre who betrayed this council, and it was a human who exposed him. I have earned this.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I've been ready for this since Eden Prime.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
Who told you I was a Spectre?
I'm a senior officer with the Alliance. I knew about your candidacy before the Normandy was sent to Eden Prime. My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll look for them if I have time.
Well, that's more than most will commit to. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers. Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
I'm not just some soldier. I'm a Spectre.
A Spectre? I heard they were thinking about letting humans into the ranks. About time. Well, that means you can go anywhere you want, right? Even out into the Traverse? My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find them.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Right, now I can definitely finish this now. Renegade upgraded, so yep. Let's do it.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
The CSEC officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the CSEC officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
There we go. Yee, there's trouble anywhere.
I don't care about your intent. You're making all Hanar look like troublemaking zealots.
This one does not wish to prejudice the listeners against the Hanar.
You Hanar deserve what you get. You're either too snobbish or too stupid to follow simple rules.
This one will obey. It does not wish to prejudice other species against the Hanar. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Somebody needed to set that thing straight, and it obviously wasn't gonna be you.
You have already demonstrated your ability. I acknowledge it, and I will learn from your example. Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people you get coming in from the wards.
Yeah, it's the busiest station on the Citadel. You'll never get bored.
I guess not, but you could still use a few more men.
That's why we brought you here.
Sure, but there's still way more complaints than the officers can handle.
That's just life in the wards, kid. You'll get used to it.
Kid.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Greetings, Earth Clan. I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's no big deal.
Don't underestimate this opportunity, Commander. You have a chance to do great things for the Earth Clan. Perform well and your species may soon be asked to join the Council. There is no greater honor in the galaxy. A word of warning, however. The eyes of the entire galaxy are on you now. Some of them are hoping you will fail. Be careful, Commander.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Barlevon.
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
I've got plenty to do already.
Of course you do. But this would be easy work for you, and I pay extremely well. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
I eliminate them and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures. but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
I bet it is.
Hello again, Commander.
Hello again, Commander. Commander.
Surprised welcome. You have returned, human. Genuine inquiry. What may I do for you this day?
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
The Earth-clad Spectre has returned to speak with me.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes, good day, Earth Clan. One sarcastic Volus.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. I only hope you're better than the one they're sending you after.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
That's what worries me. Was there something you wanted?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Commander. Nasana Dentius.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Hey, Commander Shepard. Good to see you again. Anything you need?
I have to go.
Right.
You're probably real busy. We'll see you around, Commander.
Officer Eddie Lang. Citadel Security.
I'm waiting for someone else.
This music is interesting.
Hey, good to see you.
Welcome back, Earth Clan. Will you be needing supplies for your return to the colonies?
I think I'll be going.
As you say, Earth Clan. Good day to you.
Earth Clan.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
Go away. Let me drink. No.
I got business here.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
Who wants to know?
Just checking for CSEC records. I can only sell goods to authorized personnel. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Good to see you, Commander. Good to see you, Commander.
CSEC seems more like a military operation than a police force. I've heard some humans are angry at the Quarians after the attack on Eden Prime. After all, you created the Geth.
The Geth killed billions and forced us from our homeworld. Most Quarians believe we have paid properly for our mistake.
Hopefully, having you with us fighting Saren will change people's minds.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. Came and went. Now you have the chance to make up for my mistakes.
Saren's not gonna get away this time.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduct. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharaohs and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice on that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes
Dr.
in
Liara Sassoni.
We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Maybe I can get to Noveria before the Geth.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
So why are people talking like he's still alive?
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
I spoke to Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything.
Is there anything else, Commander?
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassone out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Where can I find Admiral Kahoku?
Last I heard, he was up in the tower trying to get the Council to investigate Bane's death. Is there anything else, Commander?
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Sam. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Houdini, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I trusted you. You betrayed me.
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verdant. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
He was smart. You needed a diversion.
This went way beyond a simple diversion, Commander. The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectre.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed, but it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Listen up, Normandy.
This is your commander speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. And I refuse to let anything get in the way of that mission.
The Council wants to ignore this.
That's no surprise. They never helped us in the past, no reason they'd start now. But we don't need their help. We can do this on our own.
Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
None of the other species has the guts, grit, or balls to deal with this.
So it's up to us. We're the only ones who can stop Saren. I swear to you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. The captain will be proud.
The captain's not here. I'm in charge now, Joker, and time's wasting. Get this bird in the air.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, I've got Froelich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bone.
I need to know more about this Froelich syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see ya.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop it. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate it.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, they tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
You're still here. Can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand. But don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
They died, you lived. That happens in this job.
Yes, Commander. Believe me, I understand that. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The answer seems plain enough to me. Be more alert.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
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 Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Ambassador Udina made me take her along.
Normally I don't have anything nice to say about politicians, but you made a good call on this. However, I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FDL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. Unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself, no emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
I don't like the idea of aliens studying the architecture of Alliance ships.
We're on the same side here. My people have more reason to hate the Geth than anyone, remember? But you can't blame me for being a little excited. I never dreamed I'd get a chance to travel on a ship as advanced as the Normandy.
I didn't bring you along to admire my ship.
I know I am here. I'll do whatever I can to help you stop Thane and drive his Geth armies back beyond the Veil.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons on how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any AI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
You had to know it would blow up in your face.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
You got what you deserved.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
You didn't give them a real good first impression.
You really think things would be any different if we waited for them to act first? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I should go.
See you later.
Perimeter clear.
excuse me. And Rawling's nowhere near 40 million, more like 4 million. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, he's not that bad of a footballer, and that it's just he's not a good striker. He just doesn't score enough goals, that's all. But he's not a bad footballer. I mean, obviously, I was over the moon that City beat them at the weekend. But to be fair, and like Joe Linton actually did have a decent game. You know, like actually play him, you know, like more like as like the number 10. But yeah, obviously nowhere near, like, not worth 40 million. But obviously that's not his fault. It's not his fault that 40 million was spent on him. Watch Middlesbrough Bournemouth on TV on Saturday. Yeah, I actually watched it as well, considering there was no, you know, Premier League game like on the fight at lunchtime. Yeah, Borough did pretty well. Deserved to win, even though Bournemouth were poor. But Bournemouth like missed a lot of sitters in the game, particularly in the first half. But Borough like obviously deserved the win in the end. It's just Bournemouth were poor, but Bournemouth could have still easily won that game despite not being great, especially with the chances they missed. Outside Jones, yeah, he looks okay. Decision making needs to improve a little bit, but he's definitely got talent. want more players from. Yeah. Players as a striker. Play for Borough as well. And they've got, yeah, Chris Wilder, yeah, good manager.
Metagel deployed.
Metagel deployed. Hoorah! And Brody good, yeah. Definitely need to like bring him back next season. Whether it's loan or, well, I mean, technically, if we do get in the championship, it's got to be permanent. Has to be. But if we can't make it permanent, well, then loan. But I just feel like he hasn't got like a future at Everton. Like, he's good for us, but obviously, like, he's 23-year-old now. He's never going to make it at Everton. He was actually going to go to Newcastle in January. That's actually a good point. That, I mean, yeah, the richest club in the world, but right now, exactly who's going to go to them? Like, I mean, big bumming like marquee bumming like players aren't going to want to be involved in a relegation battle, are they? I mean, if they stop up, I mean, hopefully they go down. But if they stop up, well, then obviously they will start, like making big signings and obviously tempting them to Newcastle with like big wages and everything. Although technically that still doesn't necessarily guarantee success, because like a lot of the players will just go to Newcastle for the money, and then in the end, it might not actually work out because the players might not perform. You know what I mean? 400k wages for each player. Yeah. Trippier. Kevin Trippier? I'd say a bit daft for Trippier, like, go. I mean, yeah, like, maybe, like, eventually, but just right now, why would Trippier leave off Atletico Madrid, where he could potentially, win the La Liga, like, with them, or, like, potentially more silverware, and why potentially, like, risk ending up in the Championship? Because that's the thing, they could still get relegated even if they do make some decent signings. So, yeah. They play Man United and Everton this month, yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, Everton, they could get a result against Everton because Everton haven't really been that good this season. Apart from beating Arsenal and that. I mean, they got a good draw against Chelsea, like, to be fair to them, especially with... I mean, they have a lot of injuries, Everton, a lot of injuries. But I think against Everton, they might have a chance. But against Man U, I expect them to get beat, so, yeah. Horsehead Nebula. The Fortuna system, the Horsehead Nebula. Okay. Will House stay till January? Probably. I mean, like, technically, he'd be on good wages, like, as there, like, manager, so I'm pretty sure he'll still definitely stay with them. Callum Wilson's goals screaming Newcastle point. Yeah, that's true. Like, to be honest, right, like, Callum Wilson is a good striker, but even technically Callum Wilson is still a little problem because he is massively injury prone. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, if it wasn't for his goals and that, they would probably be already gone by now. So, yeah, I mean, I know everyone's always hyped about Saint Maximum, and yeah, Saint Maximum is like, you know, quality. I mean, goals and assist and product, not always there, but obviously he has got great pace, great skill, and probably someone that will stay with them, and if they do stop up and they start going places, like better players around them could actually, you know, improve them. But yeah, it's like definitely mainly Callum Wilson at the minute, so I was thought he'd go to West Ham for some reason. I wish he'd go to West Ham. So yeah. FIFA's gone down. Yeah, I don't know how many times I've, like, you know, deleted FIFA and reinstalled. It's just, you know what, I just can't get away with it at the minute, right? So I'm really trying to give career mode a chance, but I put the difficulty down to world class, right? And obviously it's better, but depending on what team you are, right? It's too easy. But then I put up the legendary, and it's just too hard. But on legendary, there's so much bullshit. Like, there really is. Like, your players are absolutely weak as piss, and that, like, mistakes, the AI just score pretty much every shot they have, and that, even though, yeah, I do want a challenge, but I think it's just a little bit too much. Like, they have made legendary, like, difficulty, like, way, like, too, like, challenging this year. How they play yeah. Yeah, like, out of all the FIFAs, it's probably the one I've played the least, even though I'm trying to, I don't know. Just can't see too many goals, that puts us off as well. So yeah, used to play it on Ultimate Team FIFA 1920. 20 it was, yeah. Play a bit of Ultimate Team, but yeah. They play Vanguard. Yeah. I'll play Vanguard. I like it, to be honest. It's got a few problems. Like, you know, certain, like, progression at times is a bit glitchy, and too many people camp, which is annoying, but that's just the way Call of Duty is these days. So, like, certain bundles in the store and that, like, you know, some of them, like, are a bit glitchy, they don't work properly, but I actually like it, to be honest. I think it's actually one of the better ones. I'm not into single player games now by a lot, because I'm having fun with them, yeah. Yeah, I like Vanguard. I know a lot of people don't like it, but personally, I think it's better than... I mean, that's the thing, I like every Call of Duty campaign. Like, I do, I love the campaigns. Maybe apart from BO3, that one was a bit too, you know, stupid, but I do like the campaigns. I mean, Vanguard's campaign's quite good, I like it. It's something a little bit different. But the multiplayer, Modern Warfare, not a massive fan. Cold War, I think Cold War's, like, multiplayer was boring. Like for me, like, you play it, like, for a bit and then you just get bored with it. Vanguard, I actually like it, to be honest. I don't mind it. I think it's because it's back in World War II as well.
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
Those men deserve to die. Now, are we gonna have a problem?
Not if I can help it, Commander. I hope you can see that I am by far a lesser evil than those men. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. There will be no drugs and no slave-taking for the Batarians. Those days are over.
Disband the group, yes.
I'm giving you one chance to live through this. Shut this gang down.
I cannot believe you place such a high priority on stopping such petty, victimless crimes. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
No.
I was offering life, not freedom. Come along peacefully, or I will take you down.
A pity. Neutralize the Spectre!
It's glitchy. You're joking me. Why is it glitch for? Kevin Clark is really... he's a championship defender, isn't he? Just he's not good enough for the Premier League. Like a lot of their players. Neutralize the Spectre. We'll have to do this again. They only spent on Joe. Yeah, Joe Willock, yeah. To be honest, and that, like, he was better when they had him on loan. Since they bought him, he's been rubbish. What I'm gonna have to do is, because out of the 3 games, this one is the most glitchiest. I'm gonna have to save it, like, just before I go into the outpost. Because it is a very blooming glitchy one. Mass Effect 1 crashes a lot, and that sometimes doors don't open, and that's why. No, I mean, I do like Mass Effect 1. I love all the games, even though the second one's my favourite. But it's just you do need to get through Mass Effect 1, because Mass Effect 1 it, like, does have like problems. Even Legendary Edition has problems. It's crazy. Neutralize the Spectre! I apologise about this. It's just glitchy bloody game, unfortunately. I hate saying that. I really do. Well, I'll save it here. Just in case.
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
Those men deserve to die. Now, are we gonna have a problem?
Not if I can help it, Commander. I hope you can see that I am by far a lesser evil than those men. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. There will be no drugs and no slave-taking for the Batarians. Those days are over.
I'm giving you one chance to live through this. Shut this gang down.
I cannot believe you place such a high priority on stopping such petty, victimless crimes. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
I was offering life, not freedom. Come along peacefully, or I will take you down.
A pity. Neutralize the Spectre!
What? It's still doing it. Also, there's something. Yep. Looking forward to it. Ah. Oh, so there was nothing wrong. I just had to shoot through it. I forgot about that. I couldn't remember that happening before. So there wasn't even anything wrong. Neutralize the Spectre. Broadhead hat-trick. Hope so. I really hope. I mean, the man is in form at the minute. He's got 5 goals from 5 games. Well, most you ever won on a bet was £250. Nice. Oh, what's the most I've won? Probably like just probably something like under £300 or something like that. Boom, 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 boom. You mate. Find the free attempt. Here he's come up. Do you bet on winning team or like the number of goals or cards? Something. I usually bet on how many goals. I usually do 2 goals or more. Usually put on like anywhere between like 12 to 14, 15 like games. Yeah, I prefer how many goals than that, because, like, I mean, yeah, I have won bets in the past of, like, picking teams to win, but it's just, I feel like I've won more bets than that when it comes to, like picking, like, how many goals. Obviously, you would get more money for the amount you put on, obviously, for teams to win rather than goals, because it comes down to, you know, prices, but... Yeah, I just prefer, like, putting the goals on, so, yeah. Embassy, Ontario. Fight through the biotics. I am a biotic god. Here we go, come on. Come on. No, just look like Ashley with that armor.
Intruders! Kill the hostage!
You gonna bet on 3-1 Arsenal against Sunderland? Yeah? Still top there, cool. No, not for a while.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish the charade?
Please! I was trying to help you people!
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
If you die fighting, you'll get a lot of biotics killed as well.
What do you mean?
You've just made all L2 biotics look like terrorists. Think of what will happen to them.
But people need to hear about what the government has done and what it has failed to do.
People have already heard. You don't have to kill me to make your point.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
Then you weren't doing your job. A 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
We surrender.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Remember when Sunderland the Premier? I do remember. Yes, I do. I mean, obviously, I mean, like since I've been like like watching football and supporting Sunderland, a lot of it has been relegation battles. Although under Steve Bruce and that we were for his first 2 seasons in charge, we were 13th and then 10th place, but ended up getting sacked in the end and that. But yeah. And then basically once Steve Bruce went, then came the horse of manager after manager after manager. A lot of players come and go, and that then came, and then it led to more poor recruitment. Players on too much money, and then obviously Ellis Short just gave up in the end, and then obviously went down. But no, it didn't stop there. But we'll get back there one day. Might take a while. I mean, hopefully sooner rather than later, but we will get there one day. I mean, we're not asking for much or anything in that one. We're not expecting a challenge for anything. Of course, no. All we want as Sunderland fans is we're a Premier League club, and that we should be a top 10 Premier League side. That's all we want. A top 10 Premier League side, and possibly going on a good cup run. You know what I mean? Challenging in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. That's all we that's all we want, and that's all we expect. Just don't know former chairman something to do now. Why? He's still got a stake in the club, and apparently he's still kind of involved. He's just got less say, apparently. So yeah.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. Major Kyle, your commanding officer Torfin, has set up a small compound in the Hawking-Etta cluster. He's attracted a number of biotic followers. He's become an
for both Sunderland to sell the club if they got. Well, that's what his intentions were. And that's it, getting the club. By purchasing the club through the parachute payments, and then obviously hope, and I mean, technically it should have worked when you think about it. I know it's not it's not a good way to go about it, but it should have worked, you know. We should, with the squad we had that first season in League One, with you, even like, well, I know you had Madger, but when Madger went, you had McGady, who probably was still reasonably good then. You had Maguire, you had Catmull, you had Matthews, John McLaughlin, Max Power. Do you know what I mean? You had all these players and that. So even Brian Oviedo as well. So that plan should have worked, but yeah.
What kind of proof do you have that the Major is dangerous?
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he and his followers killed them.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He's not the same man you served under. He feels responsible for the Alliance soldiers who died in Torford. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
How permanent a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
Boom, 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 boom. Press roll. Hi Clinton, man. How you doing? Good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Just looking forward to the game tomorrow. I thought I was going to sneeze there. Just stopped at that because I thought there was a sneeze coming on, but it changed its mind. Looking forward to it on the one hand, but not on the... I get that. But, like I said, as long as we don't get absolutely humiliated, as long as it's not like a complete cricket score, as long as it's not like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-0, something like that. If we can keep it like below 5 and that, then obviously I'll be okay with it. I mean, obviously, I know the league is more important, and it does make a change that we're going into a game where there's not much pressure, but as long as we give a good account of ourselves, as long as we go there, play with pride, passion, and that, and just show Arsenal what we're all about, and show them what we can do, because I do believe, right, yeah, obviously we'll likely get beat, of course we will, but even though part of us still has that little funny feeling that we might, do something, and that, I think we could actually give them a game. We could. I think if we get beat by 2 or 3, I'll be... Oh yeah, exactly. As long as we have a go at them, as long as we actually cause them a few problems, and that, because I think, like, Arsenal fans, right, they'll be probably like thinking like we'll roll these over if lockdown goes if lockdown goes ahead of. Right. I don't think they're planning on doing a lockdown. Room football, fans mental health. Yeah. I think what the government's plan is what they're going to do, like a 2-week lockdown, like after Christmas or something. Apparently, that's what the rumours are. So yeah. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, as for like Sunderland and that, just come and have a go at them. Play with pride, passion. Player tested. Yeah, players. We don't know who it is yet. Although Johnson did give a little bit of a hint because he said it's someone who would have been like, who would have had a chance to play. Now that, I don't know about you, Clayton, but to me that sounds like potentially, someone who maybe hasn't had much game time lately. So I don't know. I'm thinking, could it be O'Brien, Embleton, maybe Alves, maybe Patterson, Burge, someone like that? Because to me it sounds like someone who was going to get a chance tomorrow, someone who hasn't been starting in the league games recently. Now obviously I'm not saying that's a good thing or anything. We don't want anyone to pick up COVID, and obviously whoever has COVID, we wish them a speedy recovery and hope they're okay. But to me it just sounds like it might have been a fringe player who's tested positive. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but it's the way Lee Johnson put it, that's all. It just doesn't sound like like someone who's like part of the starting 11 currently. I think it might be like a bench player. O'Brien, Embleton, Elvis, Patterson, Burge, someone like that. Exactly. Yeah, like basically what I just said. I think it's to me the way he said it sounds a bit like a fringe player. That's what I personally think. I know Johnson said that they'll do more tests, like tomorrow before they travel down to London. So hopefully we don't get any more cases. But I know there's a chance that there probably will be more cases. But let's just hope that we don't get completely affected by it. Actually, just before I go any further, I'm going to quickly go get a drink. I'll be right back, but I'll just read this first. I mean, people hoping it's O'Brien. To them, people, what if it is who they... Yeah. But that is ridiculous, that. I mean, yeah, like, I'm a fan of O'Brien, but even if it was a player that I'm not... I mean, obviously I'm not Denver Hume's biggest fan, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to wish, like COVID on him or anything. That's ridiculous, that. Like, anyone that says that, like, even Sunderland fans saying that, if Sunderland fans are saying they hope it's a particular player that's got COVID than someone else, then that is just absolutely ridiculous, and actually it's quite disgusting and embarrassing, like, and that's, what I mean? That's ridiculous if, like, some fans are going on like that. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm back. I know it's a joke, but we know. Yeah, like just the way some people are and that. Yeah.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
My name is Commander Shepard. Major Kyle knows me. I have to speak to him.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
Father Kyle.
Father Kyle says we biotics have to stick together.
I mean, I'm not trying to be nasty, but it wouldn't be a difficult man, but still wishing. Oh yeah. Like obviously you get that. Like obviously you don't want to like to be like like a key player for us right now, but at the same time we don't want anyone to have COVID. I get what you mean. I get what you mean, but yeah, like we don't want like anyone like to have COVID. We don't want any of the players, any of the coaching staff. We don't want anyone. And that doesn't just go with football. That goes with like the whole world right now. With that, like obviously we don't want anyone to get infected, but unfortunately, and that people are getting infected. So yeah. I mean, Christ, it's like my own like point of view and stuff. Like I managed to avoid the whole like getting COVID like for so long, and then like a couple of weeks ago, I actually ended up like having COVID, and then as soon as I start get like almost recovering from COVID, this whole Omicron like pops up. You're like, oh Christ, there's another variant to be like watch out for now. It's ridiculous. You can't get a break. You just can't get away from it, can you? So and I've got to wait for my booster until like after Crimbo. So yeah.
I know you, the Butcher of Torfan. Why have you come here, Shepard? Why can't you leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
Getting to, like, not to be horrible, but another 2 or 3 players might miss tomorrow because if COVID is in the camp, you don't know who might. Oh, but yeah, like exactly in that. So it just depends, like whoever has, like tested positive, like come back positive today, they could have easily been like mixed with like other like players, and it might have already spread, and that like come tomorrow. So there could be more cases, but yeah. As for Arsenal, as I said in the preview, like last night, as far as I'm aware, there's only one Arsenal player that's tested positive for COVID, and that's Pablo Mari, the Spanish centre-back, but he's not really like in favour at the moment anyway, because their first choice, like, although technically he might have played, although I think he might be injured anyway, I'm not actually sure on that, but obviously their main defensive partnerships, obviously Ben White and Gabriel. And that, but obviously Pablo Mari, if he was fit and if he didn't have COVID, he probably would have played tomorrow, so yeah. Let's just hope we don't get any more cases, even though it's probably likely we will, so yeah.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you are endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
If you don't come with me, all your followers will end up dead. What kind of father lets his children die?
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
They have two. Oh, Sambi Lakonga, I didn't actually know about him. Is that actually just recently like been confirmed? I didn't know about Sambi Lakonga, so like the young Belgium lad. So obviously they got two cases. I didn't actually know about that one.
I don't want an apology. You have to come with me, Major.
Wait, if my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
I'm not letting you out of my sight, Major.
I must do everything I can to keep any more of my children from suffering. This is the only solution.
We do this my way, Major. Now move out.
I speak, but you do not hear. You are like the others. A blasphemer who must die.
Take him out!
The rumours that Maitland has it too, because he wasn't in the squad and said confirmed before. No, that was confirmed before. Ah, right. Oh, okay. For cover, man. I mean, I've been lucky I haven't had it. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to, be careful and that, and just try and stay safe. I mean, I was quite fortunate to avoid it for us as long as I did, but eventually it got us. But obviously, hopefully you don't catch it now.
I gotta be more careful.
I suppose also as well, you know, like when you think about it and that, I mean, even if Arsenal did have a few players out with COVID, and that technically, whatever team they put out against us, and that, it'll still be good enough to beat us, you know what I mean? Like, from a Sunderland point of view, it's like, if we get too many, because with all the injuries we've got, it will hurt us badly, do you know what I mean? But for Arsenal, I mean, yeah, again, like, not being, like, nasty or anything, but they can afford to have a few, you know, out and that, because, like, their bench, even some of their reserves, is definitely better, like, I would say, you know what I mean? And that's, so, yeah. I thought I would have had it the other way because the person that sits next to me in college tested positive, but I guess I got... Yeah, some people do get lucky in that, so, yeah.
Eat this!
suppose also it comes down to, like, you know, how much, like, exposure you've had, like, you know, with, like, if you've come in contact with someone with COVID as well and that, so, yeah. Well, so I think they can put a few kids in and still should beat us, but if we did the same, we would get... Yeah, exactly.
Get me next time.
I don't think the team I wanted will play that. I guess I think what Johnson will go with Hoffman, right, Flanagan, Doyle, Hume. Was that Neil after that? Pretty much human for Jacko, but yeah. I mean, we all know that Johnson will go like pretty much full strength, obviously, if he can. I mean, the fact that our next game, like, if it goes ahead, isn't until, you know, a week like today against Doncaster and that. So, I mean, yeah, obviously, hopefully we don't pick up any injuries or any, you know, like more COVID and that, if we can help it or not. But yeah, like. I mean, obviously, in that, like, I know some people say play the kids because we don't want to risk any injuries, but technically in that, why wouldn't you go all like full strength against Arsenal in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup? It'd be crazy not to.
Ready.
But then players, it's one lifetime opportunity to play at the Emirates. Probably the only chance players will have to be in the quarterfinal of a cup. Yeah, that's a good point.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We never like to see civilian casualties, but I think we all knew how this was going to end. You did what you had to do. The newsreels are going to pick up this story for sure, but we'll keep your name out of it, Shepard. Hackett out.
Hackett out. One sec. Apart from Neil and Doyle most in our squad will never play in the... Yeah, it's true. I mean, obviously, yeah, we know like Neil will one day, whether that's with us or like another club, and obviously, yeah, like Callum Doyle. I mean, yeah, if we get promoted, he'll likely stay on like for another season on loan. But obviously, one day he will be part of like Man City's like defence. So yeah. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but whether it will happen or not, who knows? Fuck me, you get some weird people. What's up? That last psychology was obsessed with all the lads who's at it. Ah. I think she needs a boyfriend or... Well, that's it.
not nobody's home.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
I'm sorry to
Could be
go on,
answers
but
at the
she's
excavation site.
she's already ready to try to my best mate up when he doesn't even like her as a friend. Yeah. No, sorry, mate. Sorry.
Must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Seeing it's really okay because everyone has her and she thinks I'm her only friend in the whole college. Huh. Okay. But out of the full college, am I the only who can put up with her, put it that way, but am I the more she doesn't have? Huh. I'm not saying I will go out with her, but yeah. It's because I tripped out doing football as well, I think. My mind is already made up on. Ah, alright, maybe. I mean, she had the ball. What else I meant to do? Like her run past or trying to tackle. I mean, the ball first. Foul. What like what was it? Is this like just like football like just like when you've got a free period at college, or is that actually like part of like is it actually like by doing football part of your course or something, or is it just like I said, is it just like break or something? I don't know. I can't remember if you actually like told us what you were like doing again, like at college. You might have told us, or you might not. I can't actually remember in that, but. Ah, right, okay. I didn't tell me you go on the pitch. Right, got you. Yeah, I used to do that when I was at college, like a few times. I get permission to go on the like all-weather pitch. Yeah, that's what you call it. Yeah, like the court. I played footy a few times. I'm doing life living? Okay. Life living? I'm not sure what that is. Life living? I mean, obviously, I assume to do with, like, life. Just that I've never actually, like, heard of, like that kind of course before. I don't get why you have to ask permission on it. Permission, at least you're back by the time you're back, I don't see that. Yeah. You know, it used to like bug the hell out of like me and that. Well, I was like college and that. Like I said, I actually like college and that, like much better than like school. I'll tell you that. But one thing that used to annoy the hell out of me, right, is sometimes, like I don't know if this is the same for you, right, but sometimes I could have like a lunch break that would like be like a lunch break for like nearly like an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, before my next woman like, you know, like my next woman like session. And that, like, next one, like, lesson and stuff, like, Jesus Christ, like, you're waiting around for you, just doing absolutely nout. I mean, yeah, it was okay sometimes if you're playing footy and that, but Christ almighty, you used to wait, like, ages and that would bore the hell out of you. That was, like, one of the few problems. allowed to leave or put on one to leave now. Like if they don't allow go on the pitch because it, oh, very nice. Remember when I'm telling you about the teacher that doesn't like me? I'm getting moved after Christmas holiday. You're not on problem, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Need to sell some of this. You know what you just think about? Because the teacher being to look at the bad one where all my class says most of the time I do nothing. Yeah. This other lad, he says I'm bullying him just because I asked him a question on my phone. Asked him a question on my phone. Grass. Huh. Okay. there's some people that winds up with the lads and Charlie because everything is says something to him, you bully him. Ah, yeah. Yeah, even though you're not even like doing anything, but it's like he thinks you're off for some reason. He's got problems, so he thinks if you go on, going what he wants, you're bullying him. Once in football, he was on my team and he kicked it. He kicked off of that one. Oh, because you didn't pass him the ball. No, I mean, like, I know obviously it can be like frustrating, but obviously, like, if the lads just have like some issues and stuff, obviously, you can't help it, unfortunately. So yeah. Because I ran the caper and I had. I'm going to pass the ball on. Pass the ball. I'll put. Well, yeah. Obviously, if you run the caper and that, obviously you're going to go for like glory yourself, aren't you? Like, it's the right thing to do and that. I mean, yeah, obviously you could potentially, but like naturally, the first thing that pops into your head once you've rounded a caper, you are going to like put it in the back of the net yourself, aren't you? Oh, excuse me. I worked too. Worked hard to round him. I just don't want the. It says I want the goal. I told him, and it's not being. Oh yeah, it's not being nasty. I mean, yeah, he might not like it and that. I mean, yeah, some people might I mean, like, partly, like, yeah, they'll be happy if, obviously, if you're on the same team, you're scoring a goal and that, but they might think, oh, but if you'd, like, you know, like, sweated it, you know, like squared it, like, to me, and that, like, obviously I could have had a goal and that, but yeah, like, obviously, like, it's not being nasty or anything, it's just natural. I'm pretty sure if he was in the same situation, and that, or anyone else in that same situation, they would have done exactly the same thing.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
He said if you did the same thing, I bet, on my life you wouldn't. I passed to me, kicked off and got in trouble for saying. I mean, you would understand a little bit, you know, just say, like, if you rounded the keeper and you didn't score, and that, like, yeah, like fair enough, and I mean, like, yeah, it's still not, like, obviously, like, being, like, nasty, and obviously you shouldn't take, like, too personal. Like, yeah, I understand, obviously, if someone, like, has, like, you know, like, problems and issues, yeah, they are going to react to that, but I think they'll have, like, a bit more of, like, of a case kind of than that. I'm talking about, like, anyone in general, you know, if you rounded the keeper and you didn't score, but if you round the keeper and you do score, like, there's not really any problem, because you've contributed to the team by scoring a goal. Have I said anything wrong? Oh no, you haven't said anything wrong. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't take it like personal, like, or anything. Around the keeper again, just make a point I passed and he missed, so my point. Oh yeah, true. I suppose like it could work like both ways of the way, can't it? Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So the next day, I shouldn't have done this, but I just went into. But fuck me, I got a reaction off everyone. Jeez.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure.
I mean, you know how you get people fighting football? It was like, yeah.
Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
What's going on? I understand these problems, but you don't. You don't feel. Oh yeah, I get that. I do get that. That's a fair point. No, I mean, just thinking that you haven't like done anything wrong. Like obviously, like with the you know, like not like passing or anything in that. I mean, that's just natural. The rumours that it's Burge that says it, but right. I mean that's the thing. I would have played Burge in that. Like he's in my predicted 11. I would have actually give Hoffman a rest and I would have started Burge, but yeah, it's a shame. But like I said, I did have a funny feeling that it was like going to be like someone who hasn't really been playing that much like in the league. So I mean that's the thing. Personally, I would still consider playing like, you know, like if Burge isn't available, I would still consider Patterson, to be honest. But obviously we know that Burge probably was going to play tomorrow because he has, you know, been playing like in the cup games. So Hoffman will likely start. I've got to boot him off. For Burge is the one that got us to this stage, so he would be the who deserves to play. Yeah, exactly. Well, he does, and that I mean, like he had a great game against QPR, didn't he? So yeah. But obviously, like I said, I mean, I would like to see Patterson play, but we know Hoffman will play now. I'll tell you one thing, right, because like I said, I'm not Hoffman's like biggest fan. I'm not always convinced with him. I do think he's a decent shot stopper, but tomorrow night he's going to have to be his absolute best with his distribution and his kicking and everything. You know what I mean? Like, we can't afford to be like... I mean, yeah, obviously there is going to be nerves, and I understand, but like, he's going to have to, like, you know, shake these nerves off like pretty quick, otherwise he's going to panic with every single cross. You know what I mean? Like, every time they get near our like penalty area. So like, Hoffman's going to have to be his absolute best tomorrow. If he plays. Which he probably will, so yeah. He scares me when, yeah, that I mean, that obviously he will improve. He will improve, and that he is like, I mean, for a goalkeeper, he is young, and that he will get better. It's just that's why. Like I says, I'm not Lee Burge's biggest fan, but I do, in my opinion, I think Burge is better than Hoffman. Like, in my opinion, and that. But it's just like, Hoffman can become a really good goalkeeper. It's just like, he needs to learn to be a bit more, you know, like commanding and that, and like he needs to command his box better, and that, because he does look a little bit nervous sometimes, like with crosses. And sometimes, I know he's a goalkeeper that likes to play off in the back, but sometimes he's kicking and that can sometimes put us in like into bother as well. And sometimes he does, you know, sometimes when he throws the ball out as well, and that, like, sometimes he puts us under pressure and that. I mean, I've seen loads of times Bailey Wright and Tom Flanagan absolutely screaming at Hoffman, and that's why he just needs to calm down a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. I've been streaming for like 3 hours and that, so I'm gonna call it a night now. But obviously, I do appreciate everyone that has like stopped by, and if you do watch this back as a video, I hope you do enjoy it. And yeah. So thanks everyone that stopped by. Appreciate the support as always, and I hope you like stay safe, look after yourselves, enjoy the rest of your night or wherever you like are, and I will catch you guys next time. I mean, I get battered for this, but I think Burge is the best shot stopper. Him, Hoffman and Patterson is bad. Yeah, personally, I actually prefer Patterson like the Hoffman as well. So best, well, yeah. Like, well, like I said, like, that's why for me, I just think Burge is actually better than like Hoffman, even though I'm not Lee Burge's biggest fan or anything. But yeah. See you later. Yeah, enjoy the match. Yeah, you too, mate. Like, you too. Yeah, like, let's see if we get a surprise. Even though we'll probably get beat, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, guys, so I will catch you guys next time. Take care. Peace.